We are going to debunk a talking point we hear time and time again from abortion advocates, that restricting abortion drives up maternal mortality rates. Here's one example. In 2016, former Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton spoke to Planned Parenthood supporters on the campaign trail, and in her speech said, "Roe v. Wade guaranteed the right to safe, legal abortion, and this is a fact that is not often heard. But I hope you will repeat it. America's maternal mortality rate dropped dramatically." And back in 2012, one study claimed to find women were about 14 times more likely to die during or after giving birth to a live baby compared to women who die from abortion complications. Joining us now is Dr. Ingrid Skop, an associate scholar at the Charlotte Lozier Institute and an expert on maternal mortality. She's also a board member of the American Association of Pro-Life Obstetricians and Gynecologists. Dr. Skop, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
We often hear abortion advocates link maternal mortality with pro-life laws. First off, is there any connection there?
This is a disingenuous argument. Most of the laws, with the exception of the recent heartbeat bills, want to do two things. They want to protect a woman, they want to make the procedure safer for her, and they also want to give her an opportunity to know all of her options so that she makes an informed decision. I think that when they say that, they're referring to a study that said that abortion was 14 times safer than childbirth. So they feel that women should have abortion so that they don't have to take the risk of having a child. The study is flawed. It had two different denominators. One compared abortions to the number of 100,000 abortions. The other compared maternal mortality to the number of 100,000 live births, which are apples and oranges.
Right.
In addition, we don't really know how many deaths occur related to abortion. We don't have a good way of picking up that data.
Why then is there racial disparity with maternal mortality rates? Can you explain that?
Oh, this is such an... It's led to a lot of, I think, soul searching by so many people. Unfortunately, there have been simplistic accusations that physicians practice with implicit racism, that we don't take care of black women as well as we take care of white women or more affluent women. I've never seen that to be the case. I think there's three things we should be looking at. One is that the black population has a higher risk of some conditions that can make a more complicated pregnancy. The rate of obesity, the rate of hypertension, the rate of diabetes are higher in the black population, so we should be thinking about that. The black population, unfortunately, has a rate of abortion that's 3.7 times higher than the white population. There are some things about abortion that can put a woman at risk in a subsequent pregnancy. She is more likely to have a preterm delivery. Interventions that we do to try to stop a woman from delivering can increase her risk of mortality. If she ruptures her membranes, the risk of an infection is far higher. In addition, instrumentation of the uterus is associated with abnormal placental invasion in a subsequent pregnancy, which has an extremely high risk of hemorrhage and mortality. A third area to think about is that 2/3 of the women, the black women who have babies in our country, do so outside of wedlock. So they don't have the social support. They are more likely to live in poverty. And I think that that's an issue that we should be thinking about too.
Absolutely. You kind of hit on it, but what kind of information do we have about maternal mortality, and how do abortion numbers impact that information?
Well, maternal mortality in general, we have bad information, and we are starting to recognize that. In fact, for 10 years, the United States did not tell the world a maternal mortality rate because we knew that our death certificates had differing information on them. From state to state, we were picking up information differently. Studies show that at least 50% of maternal deaths do not get picked up on a death certificate. Regarding abortion, it's probably far less than that because most abortionists do not have hospital privileges. They do not take care of their complications. If a woman has a complication, she presents to an emergency room where another doctor will take care of her. The other doctor may not even know it was an abortion. She may keep that information from him. So death certificates are notoriously incomplete. Really good records linkage studies in European countries show that about 94% of abortion-related deaths are not documented on a death certificate. So undoubtedly, there's a lot going on that we don't recognize here.
That being said, Dr. Skop, in your opinion, what can the pro-life movement do to bring down the maternal mortality rate and to truly care for both the health of the mother and the child?
I think the pro-life movement can do a lot of the same things that it's already doing. Talk to our friends about why we're pro-life, help them to understand that we are pro-women. Continuing to support pregnancy care centers. I'm the chairman of the board of a pregnancy care center, Any Women Can. Everything we do is free. We provide support for pregnancy, but we also do free STI testing and treatment, and we do free mental health counseling. So many women choose an abortion because they have no support, because the man who impregnated them is gone, is not willing to support a baby. So we need to just come alongside women and continue to support them all the way through, not just when they make the decision not to have an abortion, but to continue to help them because women are in crisis, and abortion is not the crisis. Abortion is the symptom of the crisis that women in our country are experiencing.
Dr. Ingrid Skop, Associate Scholar at the Charlotte Lozier Institute, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.